Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Got a few messages for you from the evening. It's winding up, or winding down I should say. Somebody's talking about, they're the transhumanists. Okay, so they're talking about immaculate, which is neat, tidy, free from flaws, and perfect. So there's some history here that has been altered and manipulated, and something has been reopened, and I believe it's a court case. And then it sounded like someone said, shave her head. So it appears as though they may have captured a divine feminine. Now, some time ago, not recently, there was a masculine who stood right before me, big, I mean like this close to me. His face was squared. He was a light colored skin, and he had slits for eyes, and they were black. Next to him, or I saw the side profile of a feminine. Her head was shaved, and she had black tattooed marks on her head, like triangles and such. And in each of these spaces, there was a jewel attached to her head, like a colored gem. And it appears to me as though they're trying to amplify the telepathic ability of these captured feminines. They're talking about a conspiracy theory. And it's like they're trying to downplay facts. Someone is about to lose their house. This could be a house of wood. It could be the house of flesh. It could be something with Parliament. Go ahead and take it as it resonates. But the next thing they were talking about was a freak accident. So somebody may have had an accident and they're about ready to lose their house. Whatever entity is inside the flesh suit, it's about ready to lose its house. There was a brief vision of a masculine. He was like a wizard type of a fella. He had, you know, the brown hair and the mustache and the little pointy brown beard type thing. And he was looking at me, and then he looked up, whoever I was supposed to be at the time. And then he looked up to his right as though he was confused. There was a confusion on his face. The transhumanists are talking about a relationship and vital force. They need your energy. They're getting very determined to alter the frequency and try to take it, to extract it with some form of technology. Recently, many folks have been flooding the emergency rooms and the urgent care with respiratory infections. Now, it seems to me that there's chemical mist and chemical fog, and there's something in it that is causing respiratory infections. And the goal, I believe, from this is to get people into the doctor's office so that they will take a specific antibiotic. There's something wrong with this antibiotic because they're talking about altering the frequency of the bioform, the essence within it. They want to harvest the particles of the essence of the organic humans. So they need everybody to come into a frequency that they can use their technology and, you know, latch onto it somehow and then pull it through some kind of a portal. Apparently you chose to heal and care for yourself with another method, a holistic method. We're getting closer to the split, one of them said. There's something about cancer and darkness. Someone said, in my opinion, and another masculine said, I don't care about you. They don't particularly like each other either. They don't have anything, someone said. So it could be that they feel you don't have any evidence. It could be that someone has lost all their belongings. One of these said, mouth hurts. A while back, a spirit divine said that these ones would eat their words. So this person probably did a lot of negative spell casting using words, word magic, and now their mouth hurts. Initially, someone said, so see, initially this was a fun thing to do. Initially, they thought this was the way to go. This was all going to work out. They're talking about someone who is natural. She's honest, one of them said. And then it appeared as though somebody went before some kind of a council and somebody's asking, what did they say? I didn't get to hear the response. There's something about social security. Hey, come on now. It could be the program called Social Security, the financial program that the organic humans have been paying into, that the transhumanists have been pilfering from, laundering money through, whatever you want to call it. Take it as it resonates. Or it could be that there are new laws and safety nets put in place for the security of society. Now, there's a Draco entity here that's talking to this curator of bioplasma and life force energy, this transhumanist. And this Draco entity said, for your protection, no, I don't know what they're doing, but maybe they gave them something, or maybe, I don't know. Things are getting very serious here, and they're real quiet. There's a completion, one of them said. So it's like, this is over. There's something about fraud. There's something about inside of us. Like there's an attachment of some sort. They are seen as what they are, an inorganic being. So whatever light they're harnessing or showing up as, it's not natural. I need it by noon, one of them said. There's something about air conditioning. Again, just a little while ago when I mentioned that there was people flooding the emergency and the urgent care with respiratory infections, this air conditioning. So they're doing something with the air to alter the frequency of the bioform. They want to be able to get everybody that they can lined up with this specific frequency so that they can latch onto them with their technology and pull their essence out into some portal. Apparently they have timeline capabilities. With this technology, they can form some kind of a matrix. And they want to pull as many organic life forms in there as they can. So everything is being reformed. And they hate that they have lost. And they have to give up. Their intent is to eliminate as much 3D life as possible before they go. See, they want to harvest it and bring it with them. So they have to cause respiratory infections. They have to, pre-transition people or get them into a frequency that they can latch onto with this technology and pull them through a portal. One of these antagonizers was saying, F yeah! So they've got a plan. He's very eager to participate. They want the particles of light that in these light-bearing people, the organics, these God and Goddess particles, of light. And again, they're trying to change the frequency of the body so that they can pull it through. So take it as it resonates. This is my hypothesis, but it does appear as though this is what they're trying to do. Something about finding life from within. See, these ones didn't want to go within to find life. They were draining it out of everything around them. And they made a big organization, a big freaking scenario where they were buying and selling organic life and its vitality. So it's not just the energy that they were selling, it's the actual, meat. For some of these entities that aren't human, they have specific diets or whatever. So somebody's writing a book about her, one of them said. There's something about cruelty, like they're very vicious. They're talking about somebody surrendered, and darkness. They're talking about 6 to 8 months ago. It appears that many stars and suns were officially covered and claimed by the Most High. So it's like their light has been cloaked or something, protected. They can't harvest it anymore. That would have been around June, July, August. 8 months ago, it appears the new foundation keepers got white lightning fed up. And they started the business of clearing the foundation here. Apparently, these transhumanists messed with somebody's spouse. And they're talking about Joshua, who is the leader of armies, he who came after Moses and led everyone in these battles, right? And Yahashua is his name. And of course, he's got a doppelganger out there. I care about you, somebody said. Now, I don't know who they were talking to, but they care about somebody. A galactic, one of them said. So you're not from here, or perhaps the new foundation keeper is galactic, or perhaps they all are. Here from other places. Our family from places far and wide, throughout this multiverse, they heard the cries and the prayers of the women, the children, the men. And they came. They're done with this malarkey. Fires are going out, someone said. The curator of Vital Force is talking about your protection. She's solitary, someone said. So you're alone? Or so they think. You're not part of a coven. It's just you and the divine. What you went through, what you survived, you did it alone, with the help of your unseen assistants. There's something about bones. They're very, very quiet. They're certain it's you. But they've been certain about many things over time. And they never seem to be able to verify it. It's gotta be her, someone said. They're plotting on a KID napping and possession of somebody's essence and the particles therein. Sleep in, somebody said. So it appears as though somebody did not sleep well. They could have been experiencing the spiritual warfare that has come back on them. Perhaps they sent it to you and it kept them up all night. Somebody told this transhumanist curator, you are protected. So this transhumanist curator obviously did not sleep well last night. And he's being told that he's protected by his manager, his handler, whoever it is that he's pledged allegiance to, and, you know, whatever that is. They're discussing a hidden agenda. And then there's blah, 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 out of New York. And this seemed really interesting to me because there's a coworker of mine who mentioned that he and his wife were getting divorced because she wanted to go to New York and he wants to go to the forest. So they're still together until she leaves, but for some reason this is happening in their world. And so I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but something is like leaving out of New York. There could be like some sort of a transportive system that is going to be leaving from New York. Take it as it resonates. There's multiple choices, a masculine is telling the curator. She has to be religious, they say. See, the original humans, the organic humans, have been brutalized by the transhumanists. And the transhumanists are the ones who created the religious programming so that they can steer and also like gain membership, contractual agreements with their clergy or whatever, right? You give them permission to care for the soul and the essence of your family. So they own it, right? It's just another contractual agreement, this religious thing. It's a method of control. There is something about the Lion of Judah. In Revelation 5:4 and 5, it said the Lion of Judah has won the war. Someone couldn't handle her, one of these masculines said. Sanctimonious, they call her. They are a bunch of gaslighters, see? They believe that she feels that she's better than them when it's just two different frequencies, two different mindsets. You know, one's an organic, one's of organic purity, and the others are mad scientists who aren't faithful to anything. They just want to alter, screw up, and if anybody dies, so what? Let's just keep on keeping on. And apparently the divine feminine wasn't of this mindset. So they looked at her as though she was sanctimonious, holier than thou, blah, 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 blah. And so they punished her and silenced her. They're talking about piercings. I have witnessed these ones after gang RAPing the women and brutalizing them in these astral places that I've been to witness. They pierce the nipples like they do the cows and their nose, and then they lead them in this way with ropes or chains or whatever. It could be why many of the feminines out there don't have feeling or sensation in their nipples. It could be that something like this has happened to you in the past. Just like many of those whose eyes they plucked out in the astral are blind in the 3D. They need a programmable feminine who has a great light within her. So she needs to be religious. She needs to be under their control. She needs to be organic and have a great light within her and dedicated soul to this program. They need to create the illusion of their version of the Holy Mother, the Divine Mother, in their religious facility. They want to overwrite the books that are being written now about the Mother Divine. It could be singular or plural. Take it as it resonates. You know, Mother Divine is flowing through all of the feminines who did not turn on their sisters or their brothers. She's a Homo sapien, they said. We've got a lot of entities around here that aren't human, and they've been breeding with humans, trying to improve their own genetic line. And the issue with this is that many of them have no empathy, and they don't have the ability to love. They're just cruel, and they eat that which has benefited them genetically. They enjoy its suffering. They're talking about Gilgamesh, and then they were talking about American. So apparently there is a Sumerian king who is a demigod named Gilgamesh that could have been rebirthed into America somewhere. And they're saying that he's presenting hazards or is hazardous to their health. They're wanting to falsify a death certificate, or they're being questioned about a death certificate. Like, I think they might want to falsify their own death certificate so that they can try to get themselves off the radar. They're talking about responsibility. And then they said something about the 80s. So it's like some of you have been under heavy witchcraft since the 80s. That's like a potential 45-year span that you have been under harsh spiritual attack. You know? And, you know, this laying of the blame and the shame and the karmic energy, and then the running of the freaking mental formats through the brain, you know, they could have altered, put you in a family that had addiction problems and, you know, lots of substance abuses or violence and all of that, hoping that they could turn you into that, flip you. Separated from us, one of them said. The organics are being separated from the transhumanists. They tried to destroy the love in you. And so there's a great separation. So this is what it is. It's the organic humans are being separated from the transhumanists. There's some kind of electrocution going on. They wanted to harvest and feed on the energy of the divine organic human, and it looks like they're getting a huge dose of energy poured into them right now. I don't know if I'm right for this, one of them said. They're trying to enact a plan to get into a relationship. People are concerned about moving on you. There's something about mythology. Some time ago, there was a big to-do. You weren't supposed to exist. Like, they thought they got rid of all of you, whatever they see you as, some ancient myth. And you know, they're very confused. Like they were like, "What the F is this?" I mean, apparently you had a metamorphosis into your true self, and they thought you were a myth. There's something about 1,000 years, and apparently somebody got married to you and then betrayed you. They're discussing about it. There's something about Jesus, okay, and that they sacrificed her. So it could be that someone's dressed up in her energy. Now, I don't know about this person here. I don't know if Jesus is actually Yahashua, or if this character known as Jesus is the doppelganger, the actual doppelganger. You'll have to take it as it resonates. There's something about a Syrian A while back, there was talk about a Jamaican, some sort of a hoodoo voodoo witch doctor or whatever in Jamaica, and that's highly recommended. And there was a Syrian that said it's a waste of time. So they're still talking about this Syrian. Apparently, you love the people. You told them so. I love the people is what you said. And these ones said they hate you. They hate you for loving the people. They want to transform or transmute all of the organic people into a new species that they can control. Who are you? Someone asked. I don't know. Maybe somebody came into the room. Maybe there's somebody present that they don't know. Perhaps they're talking to you. They want to know who you are. There's something that sounded like a foundation. So they're talking about the foundation. They could be talking about the foundation keeper. There's something about 6,000 years ago. So I did a brief Google of 6,000 years ago, and apparently that is when so-called humans began altering the natural world. I personally think it was the transhumanists that were doing their mad scientist stuff. So 6,000 years ago, I believe some entity came and started their transhumanist crap, their trans biology, their mad scientist stuff on the earth and everything upon it. Then I briefly saw a feminine seated before me, and she had a real classy outfit on. So obviously she's used to a life of luxury and perhaps indulgence, I don't know. But she had a magnificent outfit on, and she did not show me her face. At 3:45 a.m., the transhumans are talking again about the foundation. And Spirit Divine said they got caught up in their own lies. They got caught up in their own deception. Then somebody said Anne Marie Bennett. Brief Google shows a author. Now, and there's probably a lot of Anne Marie Bennett's out there. And then Marie Antoinette was mentioned. So they could be one and the same. Take it as it resonates. These ones who support transhumanism, they said that somebody is unresponsive. So maybe they're not answering the email, they're not answering the phone, or maybe they've perished. You were right. McDonald's lied about everything, someone said. Now, I don't know who McDonald's are, but apparently they lied about everything. And you know the rumors about what they've been doing to the foods within McDonald's? You know? With the baby parts and all of that? Conspiracy theory, of course. The remote viewers are getting shut down. No more trespassing into your home, harvesting your energy while you sleep. RAPing you in your dreams. The cosmos, they said, alone with the cosmos. It could be that they left you alone with the cosmos. Like they thought they were burying you in darkness, but it could be that you expanded out into the cosmos. They're talking about body parts again. So they want to harvest the organic humans, or maybe they have. It's a business. And again, the foundation was mentioned. She's got 4 kids, someone said, a masculine. They got their eye on a woman who has 4 kids. Something about Enoch. Now, the book of Enoch was removed from the Bible. The book of Enoch mentioned fallen angels having sex with humans to create giants. Enoch was the promised Messiah. And some fallen angel took Enoch. It could be this false savior or whatever, that one of these giants, that fallen angels that had mated with a human or whatever. And it could be that Enoch has been released from whatever that was, and he could be here now. So you've got Enoch, you've got Gilgamesh. Apparently they're giving these transhumanists some problems. The transhumanists are looking for an exit strategy. They rubbed it out of there, one of them said. Rubbed it out of there. Rubbed it out. Erased it. Eliminated it. Deleted the content. Got rid of the evidence. There's something about possession. This curator is talking about running simulations. Now, destination was mentioned, prophecy was mentioned, and same time. So they're tuning their time machine, and the Satan, or whoever this is that's directing this curator, wants to take out two birds with one stone. So it's like they want to go back in time, or to a time place where these two people are, and they want to eliminate them both at the same time. They're talking about opposition. They are the opposition. So the curator says she has the energy. They're looking for a feminine that they can gather the particulates of the essence of for their magic and for their defense. Genocidal, he said, which is a deliberate killing of a large number of people, organic humans. They've been trying to eliminate them and then bring them back in and then genetically modify them, make them into transhumanists. It's done, one of them said. And then somebody was asking about a forecast. It's like they were given time to answer a question, to explain their actions regarding genocide. They're talking about 500 years and then talking about 1,000 years. Like they may have to go back 500 years while you go forward 1,000 years. Or maybe they're going to get, since they have been doing heavy witchcraft on you since the 80s, perhaps that's 450 years if you're multiplying it by 10, tenfold will be your return or whatever. So it could be that they're going to have 500 years of suffering while you get 1,000 years of bliss. Take it as it resonates. And again, they're talking about medication. And for some reason, this is a thing. It's like they're trying to pull people back or pull people into a place where there isn't medication readily available yet. So these are time manipulators. They're time manipulators, time travelers. Apparently, they still have access to this ability and technology. So they're trying to get a timeline going, another matrix, and they're trying to draw in organic humans that are healthy and very bright with their light so that they can be used in a regenesis program to continue the generation of the energetic food substance, the source of these transhumans. They need to survive. They need to feed on the light of the organic human. They're trying to bring themselves into some kind of a master race by genetic splicing and doing some weird crap. Apparently, someone has launched a proscription, which is the action of forbidding something, banning something, a restraint or a restriction, to condemn as harmful, to publish the name of a person who had been condemned, outlawed, or banished, So it seems to me like there's no more transhumanism. These red fins, they're called red fins, which is an empty vessel. So they're an empty vessel. There's no soul, there's no light within them, but they've been doing mad scientist experiments on the organic humans to try to bring themselves back to life. So apparently these scientific experiments are being banned. People treated others like a football, and they kicked them down that path, and they kicked them down the other path, kicking their lives around, driving them into traumatic ends, beating them up, taking away their opportunity to play the game, or to even be a participant. They were just like this ball that people kept kicking, having a great time. Let me look around, someone said. So either somebody's trying to find something for someone, or there could be an enemy in the camp, a spy, a mole, a trespasser who wants to look around and see what they can find within your environment. I heard a while back that the property was private, so it could be that there is an enemy in the camp looking around. They're wondering about a messenger, and apparently there's specific details. These transhumanists don't know about creation, that creation can change itself whenever it wants. Like, you're not just this bioform running around with a light in you. You actually have the opportunity to re-manifest yourself over and over and over again. That's why when they would blow you up, like they would give you a heart shattering or destroy your world. Like one time, my years-long partnership ended with him being unfaithful, and I had to leave. At the same time, I lost my job. I lost my home, I lost my job, and then my dog was murdered. So I was homeless, and this is what they do. They shatter your existence. Everything of stability and love in your life, they take it all away from you. And then you have to rebuild yourself. And, you have the opportunity and the ability gifted to you from the Most High Creator inside of you to do these things. But they don't. They have to siphon opportunity out of others who have the ability to do this stuff. Because they can only mutate creation. They can't actually recreate self. They can only use others' organic properties to inject and attempt some sort of a recreation. Somebody named Curtis was mentioned, and she can do what she wants to do, someone said. The curator is calling her a medium. Again, they're discussing a death certificate. Then this leader of this curator, the Satan or whatever, said, express your children. So the children of this person, of this transhumanist programming, are to be expedited or expressed out of this foundation and into whatever location they're going to try to funnel life into. And apparently there's feminines out there, or a feminine or multiple feminines out there counseling people. So this is what I got for you from the evening. I hope that it clarifies something that you already intuitively knew. And I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.